Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Isabella has a question. What's up, Isabella? Let us know in the chat. That sounds like a super fun game, The Mind, a card game. Today's question is, what is your favorite game to play? If you didn't see it in the chat, so let us know. Let me know. Either you can send me an email, DM on Instagram, or just throw it in the chat on the live chat on the side of the screen. Sometimes you have to click it on to see it, but I think you should be able to see it even if you're on a phone. Um, Isabella with the jokes. If someone works as a security guard at Samsung, does that make them guardian of the galaxies? Oh man, I don't think that counts as a pun though, so that's why I'm okay to laugh at it. I think. How are you guys doing today? I woke up super tired because I was up late playing the game that we're gonna do today. So it's really fun. I'm so exhausted, but I'm super excited because it's actually really, really cool. And I discovered a lot of new things this week that I had no idea how to do. I was very much out of my element. I didn't play a ton of video games as a kid, so this is really cool to like learn more about video games and Animal Crossing and Super Mario. Mario, as my cousins tell me. My dad's name is Mario, and so he always said it Mario, but the game is called Mario, so they always laugh at me when I say Super Mario. But Super Mario is, I think, how you're supposed to say it. So let's jump into it. Um, okay. So if you're new here, today's morning game plan is where I like to show you guys what we're going to do throughout the entire episode today. It's an hour episode, and we start off with an art review, which is where we look at the art from last week's episode, and we did Salvador Dali Dreams, and they were so cool, some of the submissions that you guys gave me. Then we do our quote of the day, which I give you guys a quote by an artist or somebody creative or somebody that can inspire us to get into a right mindset, and that leads us into our morning mindfulness that you see up at the top. And that timeline will be there the entire episode, so you'll be able to follow exactly where we are going and how much more we have to do and what's coming up next too. The morning mindfulness, it's not like some crazy weird meditation thing. It's really just getting our heads into the right space so that we can create freely. And if we're feeling sad or if we're feeling upset or angry about something, that's not even a bad thing in the terms of making art, but it's helpful to know that you're angry and what you're angry about. That way you can actually put it into your art. Then we have our two art icons. So I have two different art icons that change each episode. These aren't them, these are just example ones, but you'll see that they change once we get into the actual class, and you can kind of try to guess what we're going to draw. Then in between the two art icons, we do a karate break, and that's so that our bodies can stay loose and have like some good blood flow going through our body and some oxygen filling our lungs, and that helps you actually draw a lot more freely too. So if your drawings are getting a little stiff, sometimes going for a walk or moving a little bit or doing a karate break can help. Then we have our challenge of the day, which I give you guys a challenge to do after this episode's over. And we open up the mailbox to see if we have any morning mail from students that somebody sent us. And then we say our goodbyes. And then we wait for next week. And then we have a lot of fun. My favorite game is either Scrabble or Exploding Kittens. Whoa, that escalated quickly. What is Exploding Kittens, Isabella? That's crazy. I've played Scrabble before. That words were never my favorite thing, but I liked how they connected, and you can make like the design of it all, which makes sense. Okay, so for last episode, these were my drawings from last episode for Dreaming Like Salvador Dali. And the one on the bottom, the one right behind me, this guy right here, this is a dream that I've had for many years since I was a kid. And I feel like I kind of captured the mood for sure. There's still ways to go for it to like fully capture the dream, but this is actually pretty close, and I've never drawn it before, so that was really fun to do. And then on the right, where the carrot is fighting the chicken, or not fighting, they're dancing with the chicken. I don't know why I always thought they were fighting the entire time. That was one of your dreams. I think it was Jet's dream. Let me know if that's correct or incorrect. And you guys submitted some really cool ones. So Hadassah and Jet both submitted one. And Hadassah, so cool, so realistic, and yet very dreamlike. So very much the surrealist, like Dali was. Really cool job. And I just have so many questions now. Like where, like, I showed this to my cousin that helped me with this class today, and he said it looked like it was the Grand Canyon, which is kind of cool. Um, and it looks like it's like in a water at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, and then there are ropes. So maybe the shark is trying to pull something down with the rope, almost like in a video game. But I love the clouds. I love the water. I love the shark's mouth and the teeth and the details on the and the lighting that you got on the rope. It looks like you put a lot of time into it, and it came out great. It paid off for sure. And Jet, I'm so intrigued by the concept in this drawing. Okay, so we have a cat with like a patch on the eye, almost like Nick Fury and like uh oh, Isabella, no, I didn't. Was that a dream one? I don't think I got. I think I included everybody's emails in. Um, Jet, yours was not bad at all. It actually reminds me of a lot of directors that I see, like Christopher Nolan, who does like the Batman movies, and Pete Docter, who does like the Pixar movies, like Up and Inside Out and Soul. And your drawings look so much like theirs because they usually just they're focused more on the idea and the concept than they are about like shading and coloring and everything like that. Because sometimes when you're just trying to get the idea across, that stuff can take a lot of time, as I'm sure Hadassah realized. Like when she painted this one, it took a lot of time. Um, and I just meant to send them for morning mail. Oh, Isabella, we'll send them. You can send them now, and I'll include them next episode. Okay. Um, totally no worries. I always love getting your work, Isabella. So if you want to send them now, I'll include them for next morning mail. Um, and yeah, so Jet, don't they are just different. Neither is better or worse than the other. Um, and because there's the concept that you've got, and honestly, to me, um, I feel like that is all I need personally to get what your dream was about, and um, and that's pretty much what art is all about, right? You're trying to relay a concept. Actually, um, Jet, I'm going to show you the artist who created Animal Crossing was also the same artist that created Super Mario and Donkey Kong and The Legend of Zelda. And we're going to get into that in just a second. So if you guys have any art, you can submit it to me, noahfontana@gmail.com, or on Instagram. I'd love to see all of your art, so send it in. And Jet, look at the sketch done by Shigeru Miyamoto. This is the guy who created Super Mario. Look at his drawing that he did. Um, okay, cool. You can see your text now. This is literally this that drawing over there, right above the controller for Nintendo. Those were his drawings for Super Mario at the beginning, and they actually look, I feel like, very similar to your drawings. Um, and this guy, like he's actually really cool. He seems like a really nice guy too. Just like he seems like he really enjoys what he does, and what he does, he actually became Nintendo's first artist and helped create the designs for for their arcade game Sheriff, which is basically just like a still screen and you just move around the screen, kind of like Pac-Man. And he later created a new arcade unit for the entire company, and this led to, in 1981, the game Donkey Kong. And then Shigeru went on to create both Mario Bros., The Legend of Zelda, and Animal Crossing, which is crazy. This guy's been making a lot. What's up, Mo? Good morning. I have a better cat drawing. Oh, you do? Oh, send it in. If you're good at drawing cats, I have a lot of trouble drawing cats. Okay, cool. An ocean and a desert. That's pretty cool. Okay, so Shigeru said that when he creates a game, he tries to focus more on the emotions that the player experiences during the gameplay. So he's not trying to make it like super difficult or hard or whatever. He's just thinking like, will the person have fun with this? Will they be challenged by this? Will they be surprised by this? And he likes to kind of throw in different things that surprises them. And if you look up at the top right, that's his buddy Takashi Tezuka, and they both they were like co-creators for a lot of these games, and they actually drew originally all of the games and the layouts for the designs on this graph paper that just had a bunch of squares, and they would just fill them in and draw over them, which is really cool. Um, so yeah, and this is what their drawings looked like. So that's kind of what I was talking about, where sometimes shading isn't what's needed, and that could actually take away from the ideas, because if you if you're trying to get a lot of ideas across quickly, like they even said they had to they would give changes to the designers and the coders, and the coders eventually had to tell them, like, we don't want any more changes, you can't make any more changes, you've made enough, and it makes so much more work for us. Also up here, this is more I think what he looks like now. Up there is what he looked like when he was in college. um, and then these are the Nintendo controllers and consoles when he first started, that were right here, and over there, which is just cool. And I was telling Hadassah earlier in class, Nintendo itself was actually originally a card game company, and it was I forget what the word was, but it was a Japanese word that meant like very flowery designs, and that was what they used for their. That was pretty much the only game that Nintendo had made at that point. It was like a card game with flowers on it, and then like over the course of like 50 some, or even more than 50 years, I think now, um, they they started making video games and changing, but it's still a game in their mind. So um, and the way that they have their games created, um, it leads for other people to be creative too, which I really like. Okay, so as we take a moment to breathe, you might want to take a sip of water. Okay. Um, as we take a moment to breathe, I want you to try to close your eyes and think of some of your favorite games to play, like we were talking about earlier. Shigeru says that in order to make a successful game, the creator must focus more on the emotions of the player playing the game. What feelings did you feel when you were playing your favorite games? Is there an element of trial and error, frustration, of accomplishment, or even of surprise when you play the game? I never really thought of the games that I like to play as like the emotions that I played, and like, is it building suspense and is that why I like it, or is it like there's like a maze and is that like I like the problem solving part of it? Um, I never even thought of it, and I'm the one playing the game, of why I like certain games. So as we move on to the next portion of class, I invite you to take this opportunity to explore the different feelings you can elicit with each game design, or each design choice, even if we're not making a game. We could be making characters, and what do you feel like when you have these game designs? Pictionary was your favorite game, Mo. Very cool. Um, I feel like I was always bad at Pictionary because I would try to do like we were talking about Jet and Hadassah. Like, did you guys ever get that, where it's like you were bad at Pictionary because you're almost too good of an artist, and so you would start to shade in drawings, or like my ideas would be too conceptual, and then I draw it and nobody would get it, and sometimes you just need to do a simple stick figure. Um, oh, you like the suspense? I like one. There's this game called Inside, and it's super spooky, but it's so fun, and it's like very suspenseful and like eerie, which is cool. Animal Crossing is like memes in the future. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, let's make some memes. Okay, Isabella wants memes. Writing it down right class right now. Okay. So our first portion of class, I want to share with you guys some what I've learned about Animal Crossing. And my sister, these are screenshots that my older sister sent me of her Animal Crossing that she started because of quarantine. And she even sent me a couple articles which were really interesting because of the mind of someone, so you can get nervous when the other person plays their card. Oh, very cool. I think suspense is a big part of games, right? Why we like them. Um, and but yeah, what I've learned about Animal Crossing is that a lot of people have found comfort in this game because they have the changing of seasons. You can do parties, you could do Halloween costumes and stuff. A lot of things that we weren't able to do in the last year because of COVID. Um, and so that's why I think a lot of people have really connected with this game. And this game again is this by the same creator as Super Mario and Donkey Kong, which is really cool because it just shows how much he really understands what people are feeling now and maybe what game can help them get through certain emotions and what they might just enjoy at this moment. Um, so my sister, it's really funny because I know my sister pretty well, and so that top picture in the corner, you could see there's a candelabra or like a candlestick, and there's a mirror and there's a teapot, which I know she loves Belle like and Beauty and the Beast, and that was her favorite Disney movie growing up. And hey, Arab, and I definitely noticed that she has some of the Disney characters there with the candles, Lumiere and Mrs. Potts. Oh, there's Becca. All right, Ref Dance 17. That's my sister. You guys could say hi to her, and ask her any questions about her her Animal Crossing. And I noticed it looks like you got some Hogwarts costume, like stripes and like robes, and you have books, obviously, and a typewriter. And I noticed you have a at the bottom, this one right here, you have. Let me see if I can move myself right. So this is a sewing machine, and then looks right here. That looks like a Hamilton costume, and you got some succulents too, which I like. But I like that you have a Hamilton thing. And is that actually your bed that your character sleeps in? It's a bunk bed. You would choose to have a bunk bed over anything else. It's just like her. I know, right? She already has 3 flowers. Is that a big deal to have 3 flowers? I don't even know. Um, Becky, you're already impressing Jet. 3 flowers or 3 floors? I don't know what you're saying. Anyway, uh, it's really cool, and it seems like it's making a lot of people, giving a lot of people a lot of joy. And what I liked about it was that you can interact with other people. You can have a New Year's Eve party. You can. It looks like you could even meet Hamilton, which is kind of cool. Um, let's see. And have tea with him, or no, he's writing. Oh, that's funny. He's like thinking because he's got the ink and quill on the floor, not tea. Um, and also my sister, she works for Major League Baseball, and so she included a part where I guess she has a baseball field, even though it looks like nobody's there to play, which is probably pretty typical for what the baseball fields look like right now. Um, and what I liked too is I saw this picture of cutouts of the Animal Crossing characters because that's what they put in the stands. Like, did you guys watch the Super Bowl? Oh, Hamilton was your Halloween costume. Oh, so that was your character? Uh, I didn't know you could do like different hair like that. Um, and I like that they had cutouts in the Animal Crossing world for the baseball or whatever sport this was for. Um, oh, yeah, okay. Floors. Okay, gotcha. That's cool. I didn't know that was like a thing that you. Oh, I guess you have to slowly build up to more floors. Um, and is that you actually, Becca? This character right here. Let me move my guy. This character looks kind of like you playing baseball or watching baseball, and I love that you can. That's what people did in like real life. Oh, I Floors is Floors. That's why. Maybe that's why I was confused. Um, and when I looked up, you could make different costumes, which is really cool. And have a tiger T-shirt. Oh, Owen would love that. And you could have lots of different things. And you can even design your own clothes. It looks like, which is really cool. Do you guys play this game? Do you guys know this already? This was all completely new to me, which I thought was really cool. Um, so let me see. So what I got was I got my iPad and I pulled up some characters and I used these characters to create a template. Watch. Where I can draw over them and create the clothes. And I also made me out of like the same design shapes and everything. There's actually a lot of Avatar the Last Airbender costumes. Oh, that's so cool. Was a zombie. Jet, do you have a picture of that? Send me these pictures, guys. Well, it says okay. They have an Appa hoodie. Oh, I love Appa. So I made myself as a character, and I wanted to show you guys. And what's cool is that you can even let's see. Here we go. So I have this as like a removable thing, so I can move it on top of my character like this. And what I want to show you guys how to do is make these in real life in paper. And so we can, so you can dress your own characters just in real life too. Um, and I get that maybe that's not as fun as doing it on a video game, but also some people don't have a Nintendo Switch like I don't, so I have to do it this way. So, um, let's see. There we go. I'm gonna hide me. And I got a recommendation, I think, from Jet to make this character. You wanted us to draw this character, so let's I'll show you how my process worked for me to get this character down. Okay, here we go. So I start off with a template, and let me hide. There we go. All right, so my template looks like this little guy, and if you guys want, I'll include this in the email. Oh, Kiyoshi Warrior, those were my favorite costumes. I was always kind of like, I think one year I have to do Osaka and do the whole makeup and everything because that seems really fun. But I need to take a picture of it. Okay, cool. I'll take a picture of it. It's glitchy for you guys too. Okay, let me know if it keeps on doing that, and I'll try to switch Wi-Fi's or something. It says that I have good green Wi-Fi, like good progress, so I should be good, but maybe not. Okay. Okay, so this is what I did. I started off with this general template, and if you see, I'll fade this. It fits. I think the angle is just a little bit off, but this should work. Okay. All right, so we have this template, and I'll send you guys this like general person, and then you could add on stuff and draw on stuff on top of them, which is what we're gonna do. And in the drawing, I'm using the monoline under calligraphy setting, and that way it keeps it nice and click. That guy on the right is my. Oh, that is your guy. Okay, Jet, let's draw your guy and see if we can do this. And what's cool is that after you draw it out like this, then you can actually print it out and cut it out, and you can add different costumes that way. And maybe that's easier for you to try out instead of making it um, on a computer. Sometimes I like when I'm trying to come up with ideas, I use like paper and pencil, and then when I'm trying to like execute those ideas and make them like clean them up, then I'll use a tablet because then it's easier to edit things. But a lot of the times I'll like to draw um, on paper. Okay, so let's see, we have this kind of hair. Got a nice little undercut here. All right. And how are we doing on time? Okay, good. We have some time. That was a terrible line. Let's see if maybe I could use this snap thing. Here we go. Okay, let's add these spiky hairs. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. And there we go. Okay. A little too spiky there. And oh no, this is actually perfect. This is like a good, nice, straightforward. I mean, almost straightforward. So that's the only reason why I'm not tracing over it exactly is that the angle might mess this up a little bit. Okay. And I think you'd want to just draw over this on paper, but we can draw over it on here just to show you what I'm thinking in my head. How many of you actually play Animal Crossing? That's what I want to know. I think those glasses are slightly not the same, but that's okay. That's a little bit too small of a line. And what's cool with the Procreate is that it can snap the circles, so I don't have to worry about making it exactly right. I can always just fix it up later. And what I'm drawing right now is the 3% version of this right there. Perfect. Dude, it's glitch. Sorry, it's a crap picture. Dude, it's glitch. What, the whole episode, the whole like live stream is glitching? Okay, let's see. And your mouth is a little bit different too. Cool. Oh, you got a nice little hoodie on. It looks like you might even have the drawstrings. Oh yeah, I was thinking about using that, but I wasn't sure if my body's actually symmetrical. But let's try it out. Let's see if that works. So we do drawing assist, and watch this. Okay, so edit drawing guide, symmetry. We'll move this line right. I'll make the dot right on the nose, literally. Seems about symmetrical. All right. Now when I draw, watch what happens. See, it draws on both sides. So let's see that. Good idea, Isabella. Wait, how do I make it snap into a circle? Okay, so to snap it into a circle, what you do is you draw it with a circle, and then you leave your pen there. You have to hold it real nice and steady, and then it'll snap. And it might snap into an oval, so to snap it into a circle, you have to tap with your other finger while still holding on with the pen. So you draw it around, hold it, it'll snap into an oval or a circle, and then to snap it into a circle, hold down with your finger. And if you let go with your finger, it'll snap back into whatever shape it really originally was, like an oval. Let me know if that worked out for you. That is how you do it, so that should work. Oops, I already messed that up. Okay, let's see. No, hold on a second. I keep on forgetting I have to do this part. Yeah, I think in hindsight, Isabella, I should have used symmetry for the body too, which I didn't do. Live and you learn, though. Okay, here we go. See, look, it didn't really connect. That's okay. I think actually, I'm going to duplicate this so I can edit this. I want this super streamlined. Yeah, there we go. See, now it won't even my lines if they're shaky. If I take off the streamline, it'll look like shaky like that. It'll look bumpy, but if I streamline a lot, it'll just clean up all my lines. I also changed up the properties so that the minimum size, there's no minimum size. That way I can make my lines really, really small. Okay, so let's try this again. I guess they're a little bit better. Got a nice little track sheet. This looks like a super comfy character jet. I've also seen that when I make a horizontal line with that feature on Procreate, it will never come out exactly horizontal. What do you mean? Like if you draw it like this? Oh, you know what you might want to do? Just hold the line like this, Isabella. Draw it across, let it snap, and then if you slide it up, right, you can slide the line. I'm going to show you what I mean in just a second. Let me finish the shoes. I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, so we're going to turn off animation assist. There we go. Okay, so when you draw a line like this, oh, we're still in symmetry. Maybe that's how you should. There we go. Okay. Okay. When you draw the line, right, you hold it and snap it, right? And so you can move it like this, right? And now, right now, I'm just using my one pen. If I tap with my finger, it'll click it into a horizontal line. Watch, ready? So I'm holding down right now, and look what happens. See how it clicks? I can even still move it like this, but I could click it, and it's almost like a clock. So then I can do it very horizontal, just like this. So try that, and hold it down with your other finger. I hold it and then tap it, but it never comes out horizontal. Yeah. Do you tap it with your other finger, Isabella? I've also seen it when I make it. Okay. Try it. Let me know if that fixes it. Because then the holding out with the other finger should help you be able to at least see where the horizontal line is. All right. I think it's time to color in this character. So I'm going to make this full size. And it looks like there's a little bit extra colored somewhere else. Thanks. There we go. Okay. So first off, let's color your character. And I'm going to color this on a different layer underneath it. But I'm going to use this character and make it reference. That way we can just drop the color in, okay? So let's drop the color and boop. Some of the perks of Procreate. Easy peasy, okay. And let's see your eyes. It's nice, like hazy blue color. Very cool. Oops, I missed it. I feel like they're a little bit more blue than this than I grabbed. There we go. All right, there's our start for Jet. You might have to change like the locking then, Isabella. Let's see. Like if you do the drawing guide and do click edit drawing guide. And click assistant drawing. I don't know if that'll do it. It sounds like you're doing everything right. I would have to look that one up. Maybe send me an email about that and I can help you out with that one, okay? If you want. If it's something that you feel like you would use a lot or even a little bit. And we can see why it might not be working out for you. Does it click like a clock or it doesn't even do that at all? Okay. Now we can make the costume the reference layer. I'm going to make everything else underneath it lighter so we can see a little bit better. I'm going to make a new color layer on top. Okay. So you got these nice cool gold glasses. Very cool. Very trendy. All right, and let's drop out same color. Very nice. Okay. And these ones I think we're going to have to color manually, the eyes. Let's see if that works. Nope. Okay. All right. Ugh. Oh, that's because it's still reference. That's why. That's obnoxious. All right. It does click, but the result is always slightly off. Interesting. It isn't part of assisted drawing. It doesn't. It does click, but the result is always slightly off. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I don't think I've experienced that problem myself, so I'm gonna have to look in and see what the reason for that could be. All right, and we'll finish coloring this guy right here. And I realized too, like, part of using digital media is like the technical difficulties, which is the same as like if you were to use paper and pencil, like your pencil keeps on breaking, you know you can't erase it as well or something like that, or you tear your paper, crumple up the paper again. So there's always like something that can go wrong with the whatever medium you're using, and it's just a matter of like you just kind of have to understand that that's like part of the bag, the package deal right there. All right, let's drop in some color. I think this should work. Ah, why not? Oh, because this little line right here, I see him. I'm pretty sure that was all it was. Yep. All right. Let's see. Oh, you're a hoodie. Let me draw some. Let's connect this line. There we go. Do you guys hear Slider? I think he wants to say hi. Hold on, let me grab him. Buddy, you want to say hi? He's got some lettuce on his face. I'll show you in a second. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Look how big he's gotten. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Freaking. Oh, very big. But he's a good boy. Okay, I'll let you down, buddy. Okay. Whew. It's getting harder and harder with one hand to pick him up. Not gonna lie. All right, we're almost done here. It does click. Okay. Slider as well says hi. Okay. Oh, I knew that wasn't gonna work too because of the neckline. There we go. Oh, and your track pants are the same color. All right. That was just his line I gotta get rid of for the mouth. Voila. All right, and I'll make the symmetrical body later. But here we go. And now what we can do too is if we want, we could print these out and print them out separately so that we have the clothes separate. And we can add them onto like different characters like that. The only thing is that you wouldn't be able to see through the face, so maybe I'll have to cut that out and like have the whole colored in part. So it's not just the there's no see-through part in the glasses. So you could just slap it right on the face. But that should work perfectly. All right. He needs a bigger place to live. Oh, yeah. Hi, my mom told me your niece. What do you mean he needs a bigger place to live? Oh, Slider does. Oh, yeah. Slider, yeah. Well, he gets to walk outside a lot. All right. Time for... I'm going to pause here, and I have one more fun thing for you guys to do today with me after our karate break. So if you haven't seen me yet, this is little Noah as a orange stripe belt in my karate dojo in Clifton, New Jersey. Um, and and now and then I ended up actually teaching there, which is a lot of fun. And I'd been going there since I was like 7 to like into I think my 20s because I was in college when I eventually stopped. And I really was sad that I stopped. I just had to focus more on school at that point and finishing my senior thesis. Okay, so real quick karate break. Let's do it. If you can stretch, if you can't, like me, I don't know, do your best. And let's start off with our kicks. So I haven't played Sensei Says before. It's like Simon Says. So if I say Sensei Says, do the move. If I don't say Sensei Says, don't do the move, and you're out. So let's start off nice and easy. We're going to start off with the kicks right here, then add the blocks, and then do the attacks, okay? So Sensei says front kick. Sensei says side kick. Sensei says back kick. Sensei says front kick, side kick. Sensei says back kick, front kick. Sensei says side kick, back kick. All right, let me know if I got any of you guys out. That was a pretty easy round. Let's try it with the blocks too. Now we're adding those in. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says rising block. Sensei says down block. Sensei says parry. Sensei says front kick, side kick. Sensei says middle block, rising block, side block. I don't know what a side block is. If you did that, good for you. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says down block, parry, middle block. Sensei says front kick, side kick, back kick. Sensei says cross block, middle block, down block. All right, let's add attacks. Sensei says straight punch. Sensei says spear hand. Sensei says heel palm. Oh, let me show you guys. So straight punch is like this. Spear hand is like this. And you bend your fingers a little bit, so when you hit, it goes like that. Spear hand. Sensei says heel palm right here with the heel of your palm. Sensei says hammer fist right here. Sensei says back fist with the 2 knuckles. Your index finger, these 2 knuckles. Like when you do a peace sign, it's these 2 knuckles. Sensei says back fist. Sensei says shuto, same part of the hand as a hammer fist. Sensei says ridge hand, which is this part right here, and Sensei says vertical fist, which is like a boxing punch, as opposed to a straight punch, which comes from like down here, like that. All right. Sensei says heel palm. Sensei says cross block, middle block. Sensei says down block. Sensei says front kick, side kick. Sensei says back kick. Sensei says back fist. Sensei says shuto. Sensei says ridge hand. Sensei says vertical fist. Sensei says heel palm, spear hand, straight punch, back kick. Sensei says back fist. Sensei says side kick. Sensei says middle block. Sensei says rising block, vertical fist. Sensei says ridge hand. Sensei says shuto. Sensei says straight punch. Sensei says cross block. Sensei says middle block. Did I get anybody out yet? Come on, tell me. Let me know if I got somebody out. I feel like that was pretty difficult. I was even losing track of myself there. Okay. Now, I'm also very excited about. I had pretty much my whole family just help me make this class for me today. So after I was doing all this research of Shigeru, the guy who made Animal Crossing and Super Mario, and Mario. Oh, I said it wrong, and I was like trying to say it right. Super Mario, Donkey Kong, and all those. Oh, that's okay, Isabella. Are you feeling all right today, though? I just want to make sure you're okay. Shigeru also made this game called Mario Maker, and that's the inspiration for this next portion of the class. So there's this other game, and you guys can download it right now, and it's called Level Maker. And this is what it looks like right behind me, Level Maker. And you can actually make your own levels that look like Super Mario, which is really cool. And I think the Level Maker, the Mario Maker, is a Nintendo game, so you'd have to have like a controller for that. But this one, Level Maker, is like the knockoff brand, and it's actually really fun. And so I'm going to show you. There we go. Are you guys feeling all right? You didn't play Sensei Says? That's okay. I didn't play this time either. Here are some of the levels that you can make in Level Maker, and it's a free download that you can do on your iPad. I don't know if you can do it on your phone. I haven't tried it yet, but you can make all these cool levels, and you can add in like special powers and pretty much the same things like in Super Mario, but it just looks a little bit different. Now, if you guys play this game, this is what's really cool. is that you can share your levels that you make with. Oh, Becca won. Nice job, Becca. Um, is that you can play other people's games. So this is a game that me and my cousin Gus, or I mean, pretty much my cousin Gus, just he did do the whole thing. Gus made the entire game himself, and you guys want to see me try to beat it? You guys can see. Um, Now, this is the level ID right up there. So if you search it, like right here, so we did, his name is Angus. So the level is called Gus version 1 and Fire. And his little 2 tips are the plants are your friends. Also, more often than not, single jump. So if you guys look, you could look up my user ID, which is right. Let me see. Here's my finger. This is my user ID right here. And right here is the ID for the game. So there's a part where you can search different levels in games and play other people's, and then our game will come up, which is really cool. This is what the app looks like, and I'm going to show you guys how to play it. Okay, so the level ID is 1225066. So if I went to, so look, you could play a bunch of like training levels. Here, hold on a second. And Gus told me this this trick that you can do is if you turn off the Wi-Fi, it actually cuts out all of the advertisements. So I turn off the Wi-Fi, and now we won't have any ads. Okay, so you can check out world levels, and we could search for our ID number, which is 1225 and 066. Let me search for it. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. Let's try this again. I guess you do need the Wi-Fi to play. 066. Well, this is embarrassing. Okay, let's try this again. Well, there are my levels. Let's say if I go to the world levels. 1225 066. Let's try that. There we go. Okay. Oh, sweet. So 7 downloads and 2 upvotes. So if you click view, and we could see who's beating it. And this is me and Gus trying to play it yesterday. I did it in 70 seconds and change, and he did 125 seconds. And you could just look up, this is all under my Teacher Noah icon. And you can leave comments too, which we did right here. And you could play the game. And what's really cool is, so if we go into, let's see, my downloads, and you can play other people's games, which is really fun too. And let me see, level maker right here. Okay, here we go. So, and what's interesting is that you have to beat the level in order to upload it. So you have to prove that it's possible by making it yourself, by beating the game yourself. I made myself look like a puppy. Oh, sweet. Okay, so let's see. Oh, here we go. Edit level. Obviously, it says it right there. So look, you could actually look through the entire level, and it's super easy to make stuff. So like, let's say I want to make like some rocks, just like that. And if I don't want to erase them, that's all I have to do. And you could zoom in. This is our little character. And you can make the world as big or as small as you want. And then you could even try to test it out by just saying, okay, I'm going to hit play right there and play. And you're under test mode. Do not save. There we go. Okay. So what we just want to do is we want to try to play it. Okay. And all you have is your keys, your arrow keys, and then A and B, which is really cool. Okay. So let me move my guy, actually, me. Am I in the way when I do this? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it an ad? No, it's just a really awesome game. It's basically like they took what the concept of Legos and they made it into a game. I'm sure the Super Mario one will be better, but if you don't have Nintendo Switch, you can try to do this. And I want you guys to try to beat the game, and I want you guys to try to make games that we can play. So here we go. Ready? And you can jump, double jump, and all that stuff. Here we go. Let's see. And I've already played this game a couple times, so I know some of the tricks that he does. Watch this. Bump, bump, bump. And we made our first checkpoint. There are bees. Ah! That part always gets me. And that's where you have to double jump. But fortunately, I had the checkpoint. Here we go. Oh, I lost again. I lose that at that part all the time. All right, let's try one more time. Sometimes there are bad guys there. Second checkpoint. Okay. I'm gonna leave it right here because there's some like fun things. This game looks a lot like Bloxels. Oh, maybe, yeah. I don't know what Bloxels is. This part is really tricky. There's a hint here. I'm going to show you one hint because there are two tricky parts that he made in this game. So watch this. You just jump once. Oh, shoot. Ow, ow. No, no. I died. Oh. And then if you die, unfortunately, though, you have to start all over sometimes. um, but yeah, you guys can try out playing the game. Um, this is the code for it. So you just do 1225 066 when you look it up, and you guys can play it, and you can leave a comment, and it's all free to do. So it would be really fun to see if you guys can make games that'll like stump us, and I'll definitely play them too. Um, and so try it out, and you guys can make up your own games. Um, oops. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna wrap it up right now. This game is a lot like Bloxels. I'll have to look up Bloxels now. Send me anything you make. If you make your cutout pictures, if you make them after I email them the templates, and then you can create your own character designs and stuff and do actual cutouts, like kind of like a paper doll kind of thing. That'd be really cool. It'd be fun to try out, and you could send me them on email or Instagram. And the challenge for today is to create your own platform game and have your family members or your friends try it out. Does it provide vitamins? What? I don't know. What are vitamins? Is vitamins like, oh, like where you grow? Is that what that is? I don't know the terminology of these games. But I think you can. I think you can grow. For like $2, maybe you can get the full game set. And what's cool is that the Maker one was actually made by Shigeru, who made all the other like Animal Crossing and stuff. So that one's definitely like more, probably more legit. But this one's for free, and it's the only one I can get on the iPad. So you are welcome, Mo. Oh, and the star students for today's morning mail are Rebecca F and Gus A. Thank you both for helping me out like a power booster in Pac-Man. Okay, that's what I figured. Gus, thank you so much for creating this whole game. It was so much fun to play it last night. That's partially why I was like up late, was trying to beat the game because you can't publish it until you beat it. And so it was so much fun doing that with you. And thank you, Becca, big sister, for sending me all the links and articles that I read, um, and uh, and all the pictures for your Animal Crossing. It was so fun to see a little bit into your world. Actually, I just realized, whoa, is that a moon and an Earth floor carpet? Those are pretty dope, actually. Gus is with her daycare actually right now, but I'm going to show him this live stream later, and he'll see it. But thank you for sharing. Thank you for helping me. I had no idea what I was getting into, and it was Becca's idea to do the like little templates and like the paper dolls kind of thing, which is really fun. So I'm going to print mine out and hopefully post them next week, so you guys can see how they came out, the actual printouts. If you guys want, you could thumbs up, subscribe, donate, comment below, send your drawings to me, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, next time, Hadassah, look what we're doing. Ernest and Celestine. I checked it out. I think this is your recommendation. It looks like a really cool animation. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. It's on Amazon Prime. You could watch it for free. And so I'm going to, sorry, my neighbors are loud. I'm going to do a class on this. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet, but I'm thinking it's gonna involve watercolors of some sort, which we haven't done in a while. So I'm excited. That's next Saturday, and yeah, and then Pikmin I think is gonna be the following week. So I forget. I think Jet was the one who recommended that one, and we'll do that one the following week. So thank you guys. I'll see you next Saturday, and it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see your artwork. Send them all in. Bye.